Heyo everybody, and welcome back to Aeslung episode 21. Yes, this is episode 21, and I cannot believe that this city has grown so much and we're less than halfway through completion. Now there is so much left to do, but before I get into the details, let's get into the time lapse. Alright everybody, so as I said before, this is episode 21 of Aeslung. Not of Project Elmoran as a whole, but just of this amazingly huge, vastly detailed, and overall epic city. Now I'm sure you can tell that I'm pretty hyped about this episode, and it's not that we're building anything too crazy, but it's the fact that the city of Aeslung just continues to grow and expand, and it's becoming such a feat in and of itself that it's actually really hard to believe it's even gotten to this point. Now, Aeslung was always meant to be the crown jewel of this project, but I have to say, with everything else that's been built, not only by myself, but by the team as well, it's really hard to justify that title of crown jewel just for one city. Now, if you were to tell me when I first started this project, all those years ago, that it would have come this far, I probably would have just laughed and brushed it off as a pipe dream. Not taking it seriously at all. But here we are, years later, inside of a Minecraft world that is immersive, beautiful, and full of handcrafted love by myself and the entire build team. I could not be more proud of what we've accomplished, and I couldn't be more thankful for an awesome community that supports us and is always so kind and accepting. Now, this project and this channel were both born out of my desire to give back to the Minecraft community and to inspire others to build bigger and better things than I could ever do or could ever even imagine. Now, over time, I definitely feel like that goal has been accomplished. So, much thanks, and thank you, as always, for being here for me and the team and even this channel. Now, as for this episode, it's actually pretty straightforward. I added 3 new buildings to the lower dock area. One is a home, pretty plain and simple. The second is a building that has 2 separate shops inside, so have a little bit of different merchandise with each one. And the third is a large warehouse area that is packed to the brim with random assortments and junk and belongings and all that stuff that kind of belongs in a port or dock area. Now, these 3 buildings don't really seem like much, and they don't really seem like anything special, but every building that we make helps create an environment that makes this world feel real and full of life. So although this episode may be boring to some, I would say that it's actually another solid addition to a great city and a great series as a whole. Aeslung's only going to get better, it's only going to get cooler, it's only going to get bigger, so definitely always stay tuned. We have so much in store. But on that note, we're about to get into the walkthrough, so I really hope you enjoyed the time lapse. Let's see what happens from the street view in just a second. And of course, if you like this video, hit that subscribe, like, comment below, all that good stuff. Share it with everybody that you know, because this channel's great and the content I think is really cool, but really this project is fantastic. So anyways, let's get on with that walkthrough. Alright everybody, so here we are where we left off pretty much in the last episode. This is where we built the shop. And this is where we had our elevator tower, where we can go up and down for carrying luggage and, supplies and everything. And ignore all that. That's kind of future stuff. But yeah, there you go. That's all I'm going to show you. But here we have the shops. And you can see here, it's definitely fitting into, the narrow alleyways, the city streets that we've, been trying to create in Aeslung here. Absolutely love how each building kind of has its own height, its own design. All that kind of comes together and it works really, really well. But you can see here on the shop, we have some excess storage. We're going to go in shop number 1. And you can see here, simply enough, it's just kind of general goods. They got a little bit of everything. Books, fish traps, chests, a casket for whatever reason, jars, just everything. You can see some new gold coins from the Believe modder here. And they look really cool, very big. But, I like them. They make more sense in my opinion. But either way, you can see here we just have a little bit of everything here. Shopkeeper's pretty slammed. They got a small little shop, but they definitely make do. And what we'll do there is we will just skip that and then go over here. You can see there's a small little, lantern here. There's a small little spot where they're just kind of hanging out and relaxing. the new pottery wheel block, and then also shop number 2. Now this one, once again, it's kind of full of random knickknacks and stuff like that, but it's not just a general goods store. You know, each one kind of has this minor theme. It's very small, but it's definitely there. And you can see here, it just kind of all fits in really nice. They have I was kind of using this as almost like a rug, almost like a really nice carpet rug type thing. And then going up the stairs, you can see here we have some attic access full of just some junk and things like that that don't fit downstairs. So it definitely works and definitely gets the job done. And then we'll go down here again and we'll go back to this one. So this is the house, and this is really cool. It's got a different shape to it. You can see here we just have some clutter, some stuff in the back there, and you can see going in, got a nice little foyer area. This is not anything fancy. It definitely gets a point across how, like, you know, they're not super poor, but they got a little bit, you know, they're okay. And oop, that is not supposed to be there. We're gonna get rid of that torch. Just pretend you didn't see it. But once again, small little foyer area. You can go through here. We have the kitchen, full of lots of good stuff here. Very small, very cramped. Looks like they're cooking some stew. And you have like some recipes and stuff like that in here. Nice little window to look out. Some nice table, some fish here, you know, freshly grilled. But yeah, just a very cramped, small kitchen. Looks really good though, in my opinion. And then we're gonna go up the stairs up to the bedroom area. Now this is pretty straightforward here. You come up the stairs, you got a little bit of storage here, nothing too crazy. And then you have this small bedroom. We got a double bed, you know, some boots and, you know, books, basic stuff like that. And then right over here, we have the small little children's nook. And it's for one kid. Like, they don't have a lot of room, but they're definitely there. And it looks good. In my opinion, you know, smaller spaces can really be taken advantage of to make a really realistic environment. And I think this one definitely does the trick. And yeah, and look, you can even look down on the city street. I mean, like, look how cool that is. That is always really nice. We're going to get on out of here. And we're going to go to the last warehouse building. Once again, we're just going to kind of angle this way so you don't see everything. This is an alleyway. Once again, small little nook and cranny here. Nice little spot to hang out. They're eating some food in random corner in the middle of nowhere. Got some cut firewood and some pots and jars and everything else. But I like having these small alleyways and nooks and crannies because it adds a believability to this area, and I couldn't be happier about that. Now this is the major warehouse area. It's huge, right? Really, really cool. And of course it has a first and second story. So going in onto the first, you can see it's full of wood, wheels, wood, food, chairs, grindstones, just literally everything is just, and it's crammed in here. It's like literally like thrown in here. You can see like it all the way to the back. It's just full of stuff everywhere. And I really like the way that this came out. It was really cool. You really have to shuffle around the blocks to really get there. We even have some ships, you know, I mean, some small boats just kind of hanging out here. I really like this. Adam on the team made these a long time ago, a few updates ago in the Believe mod, and they are absolutely fantastic. And you can see here, yeah, it just kind of all flows together, even though it's kind of junked up and crazy. We even have stuff on the shelves. We have stuff up here. You know, it's just kind of everywhere. And then going up on the second story, you have a lot of the same crazy, busy nooks and crannies and just everything everywhere. Firewood stacked up. You know, we have like a blacksmith table, a sifter. You know, we literally junk. This is stuff that people would have on their ships. They would pay a small fee. They get it, you know, hanging out in this warehouse for a few days until they could either load it back up or sell it. But you can see here, it's just literally just jumbled and piled junk everywhere. Like, that's it. Like, it's, and I love this. I think it looks so cool, and it definitely fits the vibe, and I couldn't be happier with this. We got some nice little roof supports and everything like that going here. But yeah, so that is the 3 buildings. And normally I would do the fly around, but I'm not going to do that because it's going to spoil some upcoming stuff. So we're going to just stay on street level here and take it that way. So as always, I really do appreciate you watching the videos. Thank you as always for tuning in and watching and seeing the progress here. It really is great, and it's just ever growing. So, you know, definitely always stay tuned for more. But as always, this is the legendary Porpoise signing off. Have a good day, happy gaming, and I'll catch you again for the next one.